Hello, my name is Melody Victoria Gonzalez Mendez, and I'll be presenting my final redesign of the Indigenous Mexico archive website for Art 3041, Special Topics in Art. I want to apologize in advance if my voice sounds off today. I'm a bit sick. This was my first time redesigning in Figma, and thought the redesign I kept in mind accessibility and creating solutions to improve the overall user experience. Moving on the agenda for today, I'll start by going over the problem statement, then my user research, design goals, and solutions. After that, I'll show my wireframes and end with the final prototype. When first visiting the site, the biggest issue is credibility. The site felt disorganized, used visual AI images, and had confusing navigation, which immediately made it harder to trust the information. As a user, I struggled to find articles by topic, the layout felt cluttered, and the poor hierarchy made important census data difficult to locate. I did some user research to highlight each of the problems. The first problem, homepage. 75% of users admit to making judgment about a company's credibility based on its website design. Second issue, layout organization. 38% of people will stop engaging with a website if the layout is unattractive. Third, mobile layout. 60% of users access websites via smartphone, emphasizing the importance of responsive design. The last one, locating information. 88% of online consumers are less likely to return to a website after a bad experience. This slide shows the original wireframes, and this step really helped me understand what specifically wasn't working before jumping into the redesign. Going old school and drawing is super helpful when redesigning. From this, I decided to focus on simplifying instead of adding more features. That's why I chose to reduce the number of navigation tabs, remove unnecessary sections, and prioritize visual hierarchy. Okay, design goal number 1. Simplify the home page. My first design goal was removing the AI visuals, as credibility was immediately damaged at the view of them. Second goal was simplifying the homepage so users wouldn't feel overwhelmed as soon as they landed on the website. There's 2 AI images right here. The first one you can't see because it's an image, but it's like an AI video and her little eye is like a little messed up. It was a little concerning, so my solution was to use a pixels picture. To do this, I removed the About tab and reduced the navigation from 7 tabs to 4. We have Home, Articles, Index, and Contact Us. I replaced the AI image, as I said, with a more appropriate visual. Kept only one quote, which I like. It says, "Every Mexican state has a unique story, echoing its past and present." What I loved about the homepage is I kept the same image throughout the website, and I thought it gave it like more power, as it was it's a pretty powerful image. I fixed the footer and removed the long list of states to create a cleaner first impression. So instead of all that little war jargon, I only kept the about and our mission. Design goal number 2, layout organization. The second goal focused on layout or organization. The original state lists were repetitive, articles felt random, and it was difficult to locate specific information. You may not be able to see it because it's kind of small, but it's a bit over the place. So my solution was I added horizontal scroll that allows users to browse states by region, which feels more intuitive. I removed the plain state list and added a clearly framed Contact Us right here, unearthing Mexico's roots, one story at a time, to improve usability and structure. Design goal number 3. I addressed mobile design. The desktop and mobile layouts were almost identical. Tabs weren't spaced correctly, as you can see here. 4 on my contact, and then spotlight is like different spacing. And the footer had glitching issues. There was right here your social media, and then right here at the bottom again, it just wasn't really visually appealing. So my solution, I chose to resize the frames, adjusted banners to fit smaller screens. This one is different than in the desktop. I simplified the navigation bar. I am so proud of this one. I'm so excited to show you the prototype. This made the mobile experience feel intentional instead of just a scaled down desktop version. And moving on to the last design goal, locating information, which is a really important one. There was an overflow of text, as you can see. Census data was really hard to locate, and key topics like communities and languages weren't immediately visible, which as a user you would want to immediately be able to find instead of having to look through all the articles. And this is how I solved it. My solution was I organized articles by date and placed them in horizontal scrolls to feel less overwhelming. As well as I did with the states, I did it with the articles too. I feel like it's more interactive, more fun, and more visually easier on the eyes. I added banners for communities and languages that redirect users to learn more. So we have here Mixteca language. You could learn more. There's a little button that would redirect you into a different landing page. I thought this was easier to find and added more footer links for quicker navigation too. This is an overview of all the solutions, and now to my prototype links. Here they are, and we're gonna see them. This is the desktop view. This is home, and this is what I mean about the same picture staying in place. It was a really simple solution. I thought it was pretty cool. This is the article, and this is what I mean. You could do scrolls, Central Mexico, the Southern States, United States of America, contact us, read more. And for the next page, I only created 3 pages. This is the last page, to Puebla. As someone from Puebla, of course I chose to do Puebla as a redesign. This is the banner for the communities. Ideally I would have wanted to put an image of the communities, but Pexels didn't have a picture of the communities. This is the census button, and this is the learn more for languages. This is also a horizontal scroll. These are all the other links that were in the original website. I just brought them down here and kept this short. So yeah, now let's look at the mobile. The mobile is my favorite because it took me longer, the navigation bar. Let's go to home. Oh, let me show you how I forgot that's how it looks after you click it. It's like green. I was so proud of this one. I as my first time designing here in Figma, I was super astonished at like how not as difficult and complex it is, and that I was able to transfer Illustrator knowledge, Adobe Illustrator knowledge into Figma, how some things are similar. Let me show you articles page. So it's practically this part, the sizes were increased. As you can see, articles is bigger here, the footer is longer here. This part is my favorite, the navigation, as I said. Let me show Puebla. This is Puebla. This is the community banners. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope you enjoyed my redesign. And thank you so much for watching.